Right, Matt. Got to get myself a Coke. Thing of beauty. I do like it. When I ride it, I enjoy it. It's the thought of getting it out, and the thought of cleaning it, and the thought of, I don't know, that's what stops me riding it. It'd be lovely. Imagine having staff that you can say, get my bike out, and they get it out for you. You're just sitting there watching the telly. They get your bike out, your bike's out. Yeah, this is just where you want staff. And if you had staff, do your cleaning, you know, get your bike out. I'll take that for service, all that sort of stuff. Would be nice. I'm lazy, I think. I wondered who left that open. I see, because he was backing in, and I'm thinking, oh. Well, I guess he had seen it, but
yeah. My car gets so hot.
Was it?
So I thought I wasn't intending to stay in there that as long as I did. Yeah, it's nice and cool now.
Do you know what it is? It's the bother. You can't be bothered, and then when you do bother, you're pleased you did, but you don't see it while you're in that can I be bothered phase, isn't it? But I'm going to clean it when I get back. I'm going to clean it. I think, give it a clean. The trouble is, as well, you know, one day I'm not going to be able to ride it, am I? You know, when I'm ill or whatever, I won't be able to ride. When you can't do things, that's exactly when you still want to do things. Have a tour. There's not really much of a tour. This is the bike. This is your seat. This is the seat. This is the brake. That's the brake. These are the footrest. Reservoir, optimizer. This is all carbon fibre. This here. This is carbon fibre. The underpan. This bit. Well, all of this actually. And this is a transfer here. Carbon fibre guard. Full guards. I think they just deflect the wind. I think that's the idea of that. This is a 19. So this is a 2020. I think. We're in October 19. You get. Oh, that's obviously a fly splattered against it though. This is just black. This bit's just black. Yeah. Oh no, it's not. I lie. It's metallic. You can't see it. That's like a sparkly colour. But there's nothing of it. That's the trouble. When you crash, you can see why you hurt yourself. Get out that seesaw. Wish I'd left it in the shade, really. That's about it, really. It's got this thing here, which is a quick shifter. So when you change gear, you don't have to shut the throttle. It blips the throttle for you. They're all wearing here. Look at that. It's even more. Look at that. It's worn. See that? Look how that's worn. That rubber. Let's turn him out. So I've worn it away. Look. You can't stop it, innit? Top speed. Don't know. 190, I suppose. I guess. I don't know. I've never had top speed out of it. Probably 190. I think it's 200 brake horse or something. I think. It's too quick, really. But you don't need to ride that quick, yeah. There's nothing wrong with it there, isn't it? That's not dangerous. The throttle, that makes you are pretty much live and die thing here. The more throttle you give it, the faster you go. You know what it is? I think the speed is you can't. Nothing wrong with speed, but when something happens, you can't react to the things fast enough for the speed you're doing. The distance you're travelling in such a short time. Well, I guess 190, 180, 190 might be too. I wouldn't thought it's 200 mile an hour. I don't know. You'd have to give it someone on a track, wouldn't you? Really, and really not even a track, is it? You'd have to go somewhere where you just flat out for until it reaches its top speed. But 5 people watching. Oh, 5 people. It's weird. You're going to say float on a track. I haven't been on a track with it. I don't want to go on a track. When I bought it, he said, "Oh, you're gonna track it?" I went, "No, I'm not really interested." I think even a track, yes, all right, everything's going the same way. You've got great big runoff areas, but nah, imagine dropping it. It's all like nice and clean, isn't it? And you drop it, and they disintegrate. You ever seen them crash? They just, who was it? The MotoGP, wasn't it? Someone, was it Mark Marquez or someone, wasn't it? Or Alex Marquez, I can't remember one of them. He went off, and basically the forks fell off the bike and hit the rider behind. Mad, isn't it? Absolutely crazy. The bike disintegrated the bike. The bike just completely nothing in it. All the plastic comes off. You look at them and they're just written off. They're written off. You crash a MotoGP bike, they're written off.
Cindy, stop. Come here.
Cindy, stop, Cindy. Well, yeah, the chicken strips there. Right, this bit here. Now I'm thinking, right. See, I've noticed this tyre looks good in compound. Then you see that line. So I'm assuming this is softer than that. Right, it's sticky anyway. But see this bit here. So people say, "Oh, you won't use that." But can you imagine how much you'd lean it to use that? And I'm going, okay, if I lean it this much, I think this here, there's no chance of me sliding off the bike, is there? This is very, very likely to slide off. Less likely, as you come around, less likely to slide off the bike. Now, it's not my job. Today isn't my job. And if I use this or don't use this, I still must have lent it enough to get to where I'm going. Because you don't turn the wheel, you don't turn the handlebars, you lean it to turn, don't you? I think it's because this circumference is smaller. That's what makes you turn, I think. No, you'd write that off easy, wouldn't you? Well quick. But you are right. And when we went to the Isle of Man, we got some Tipex. I didn't go on this bike when I abandoned it. And we put Tipex on the tyres. Not all the way around, just like, about 2 or 3 places on the tyre put Tipex. And we see who lent it the most. I think there's 2 of us about the same amount. But really, I want to be used, a good rider would use this bit at 30 mile an hour. If you can use that at 30 mile an hour, you're pretty quick. I've seen people, and this is all scuffed, where they've been accelerating. I sort of think, yeah, around Brands Hatch, yes, but on the road, not on the road, isn't it? It's a macho thing, and it's like drinking, I don't know, 10 pints of beer and shagging 5 birds, isn't it, really? This is like, the bloke who says he can drink 10 pints of beer is this bloke here, isn't he? But, mate, what you want depends on what you want, isn't it? What do you want out of the bike? It's your bike. I quite like it, there's no scratches on it. Imagine if you did slip off at 20 mile an hour. That's going to scratch quite a lot of that bike, isn't it? Even if you have the bobbins, the crash bobbins, you still scratch it. It would hit the edge of the tank though, wouldn't it? I was saying, or break the mirror or something. And I'm like, oh, yeah, you can fix it, but it's Wiltshire and smoke it off the line. I don't ride like that. I want to keep it nice, innit? Yeah, but the trouble, what I'm saying is that if I use this bit, I think my day could end up quite bad. But that's me, you know. Oh no, I suppose what you got to do, you got to go out on a bike that you don't care about, innit? You not that. Go on an R6 or something. Go and buy a track bike. R6. You want a 600, you don't want 1,000. Even a 400, I think, so that'll make you an even better rider. Because you'll lean it even more and go faster. But I prefer motocross, if I'm honest. I prefer the dirt. The dirt's better for me. Mate, I've seen them doing burns outs, and I'm thinking, if someone's in this car park doing a burnout, I'd love it. I'd say, yeah, go on. I wouldn't do it. Why would I want to do a burnout to impress the people watching me? I'm going, what, I want to ruin my tyres? They're like 250 quid each, then. Ish, I think they're 250 quid. I'm like, well, I want that to stay perfect. Well, nothing to do with bikes and cars, I mate, what? Everyone's got their own riding style. Yeah, well, that's the point, isn't it? I mean, when was I going around the M25, I'm doing, well, one bit I've got to maybe 90, 100 or something, then just slow down in lane 1 at about 60, 65, just pulling along, no rush. What's the rush? I don't want to, 7, well, I started riding when I was 11 actually, motocross, used to do motocross at the age of 11, and then used to do motocross from 11. Used to do motocross for years. I did do it as an adult as well. Went from schoolboys to adults. But I haven't ridden for years off road. I've got a KTM. I wouldn't mind done a few practices, I suppose. Well, everyone gets in a rush, doesn't it? We're late. So we speed, I think. Hello. No, I like that one, silent. They're great, I don't want any money when they're that age as well. People do get in a rush though, don't they? You know, they're speeding for whatever reason, and speed is, I do get speeding. Speed is quite addictive, isn't it? But the problem is, I think things happen quicker than I can. This is where it is, I think. As the older I get, my reaction time is slower than the things that are happening. That's the problem. We do here, you have to do, I think it's called a CBT or something, which means you go in like a playground and you have to learn how to ride the bike, and you have to, it's a 2-part test as well, so you have to do your theory and your, like when I passed my test, you just went round the block, you just drove around the block, and then he ran out in front of you, and then you had to emergency stop. You can't teach anyone to be sensible. People have to be sensible if they want to be sensible, and that's the thing. A1, A2, yeah, I don't. Well, that's the thing, isn't it? You will think how much you actually, when something goes wrong, you really wish you could do that again, don't you? You know, when you do something wrong, you sort of wish you could just say, can we do another take of that? Give me another bike. But you can't, can you? My brother, because he didn't pass his test. He had bikes, but he didn't pass his test. And he passed his test as a, say, 35, 40-year-old or something. And I forgot how much it was. I think it was like 600 quid. Does that sound about right? 600 quid, something like that. You done one of these, it was over a week. And, you know, then you get a test and you get your licence, basically. Oh, yeah. See, when I took my test, you could go from years and years ago, I think it was up to 250, and they started bringing out, if you had a sidecar, you could ride 1,000cc, And they made this sidecar that basically sort of half clipped on. It sort of bolted around the frame, and it done nothing. It was just literally just sitting there doing nothing. And you could ride any bike with that on because it was technically a sidecar. You shouldn't. That is. Would do you know? Probably even at 15, I would have been sensible enough. Even I would have jumped on that, and I'm pretty sure I wouldn't have killed myself, even around Brands Hatch, because you'd have pushed it, but I wouldn't have gone straight out and pushed it because I need to know what my limits are. But that's experience teaches that, and I've ridden bikes for years, so you learn that. I do know people that used to race who've gone out, got a road bike and died, you know, because they've sort of ridden like they were riding on a motor track, which is stupid. I'd rather a cup of tea in Barclays than what? Nah, well, the trouble is when you're young, you're immature, isn't you? And you just, when we're young, we make mistakes. They're usually silly mistakes. The trouble is, a mistake on that is you're going to lose bits of your body, isn't you? You know, I know someone of my brother's mate, and his dad was a biker, and probably now like 60 years ago or whatever. Anyway, he got his leg caught, this car cut him up, and it was a car with the big old metal bumpers, and his leg went between the bumper, ripped it out, and his leg was horrible. Years, you know when someone has that loads of skin taken off and they put it back on, he looked like a desert. You know, them sort of bumps in the sand. Oh, horrible. I'm just waiting to get in the road. I want to get compliment. Jack, do you know what? Even a 125, it doesn't matter. You're riding a bike. You're out there riding. It doesn't matter. See, I had a B120. I think it was a Suzuki B120. I didn't care. It was one we had. We just had it not in stock. It was just in the garage. I think it was one of my dad's fleet of bikes that he never rode. And I went, that'd do me. So I got it and I rode it. Loved it. 120cc, just two-stroke thing. Brilliant old bike, really. And I rode that. And I was happy with that. And used that. And then when I parked it, I had to get an RT250 and I rode it off. You know, that's the trouble. You're an idiot, isn't it? That's the thing. Got sexy tips all the time. Unless you're this good looking, you ain't going to get sexy tips, are you? I'd say become like this, become this, you get your choice, mate. You've got 125, haven't you? I like them, the R125. I quite like the R3. I know someone had an R3. And we've been out, coming back, and he's coming up the M25. And I tell you what, they weren't hanging about. I could lose him, but it weren't like you just think, yeah, no, they weren't like that. He was pretty quick. I think the new 125s are pucker, them like R125 and I don't know what the K Kawasaki. I don't know whether they do one, but you know, a lot of people do a Ninja 125, don't they? And the Suzukis and that. I think they look pretty trick, them, the 125s. I really do. Oh, so I should go, really. Go home, clean me, but I can't bother cleaning now, though. Yeah, but it's the look, isn't it? What I mean is, I look at them and I think they look pucker. Only way I can tell them is when you look, if you're close, you can sort of tell, because the engine's smaller, but the tyres, the only thing I can tell is that the tyre, if you're following one, it's got a thinner tyre, isn't it? It's more the looks, isn't it? It's the looks. And there must be second-hand ones about, I think is it Lexmoto, those Chinese ones? I think they look pretty good. Well, what I mean is a quick look, you think, oh, and then like the R3, you look at an R3, they've just got a bit of a thinner tyre. I'll tell you what the R125 as well, I think it's only got one disc. That's got like two discs in it, where the R125's only got one. I mean, it doesn't need two discs in it because it's not too heavy, so it's not too much to stop. I better go. I think the Lexmotos, the people say, Chinese rubbish, but I think they're good. next Sunday, what am I doing next Sunday? I'll be, where will I be? Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I wonder if we'll be in our first poll. I'll have to look at my thing. I'll have to look at my itinerary. I'm thinking we'll be at our first, we must be in our first port surely. Leaving Friday, Saturday, what's it, Sunday? Maybe not, I don't know. No, won't be no lives or nothing then, will there? Do what you like, mate. Do what you like, but if I think you're too much of a dickhead, I'll just block you. Right, I'm going. Gotta clean my bike. Clean my bike, go home. Well, I say that, it wouldn't start early, and I thought, but it did start, so eventually I thought, right, okay. Can't stand things that don't go. Hello, alright mate. About on my thing. On that bike today. But look at that sky. Actually today, anyone who stayed in today, you haven't gone for a walk, a cycle, a motorbike ride, anything, you ain't gone out for ice cream, I'm like, why? Can you imagine in November, it's dark at, I don't know, 4 o'clock, freezing cold, wet, you ain't coming out, are you? Those Chinese, what bike you got then? What bike have you got? Is it a Chinese one? I think they're good. I do think you should get a Yamaha or a Suzuki or a Kawasaki in that. But the problem is, you want to get one where someone has looked after it, innit? Where someone has actually looked after, they change the oil regular, just looked after it and haven't got mad on it. You want someone who ain't ragged it really, innit? That's the trouble with a lot of bikes, especially big bikes. They get chucked up the road. It's hard to tell, especially if all the fairings been replaced now. You can't tell if it's bent. So, all right. YBR. What's my YBR? I don't know what that is. Not a bit of walk. Yeah, you've done a lot then. You really went like right to town, didn't you? Gary equals brainwash for who got the jabs. Of course I did, mate. Mate, I've got a huge knob, right? And that. Mate, I had the jabs, and you know what? 5 times a night. I had the jab, mate. You know I'm brainwashed. All I know. I used to do it twice a night, every night. Twice in the morning, twice in the evening. Always had different birds on the go. Had the jabs, mate. It's like 10 times a day now. I'm actually recruiting new ones. I've got about, I think at the moment I've got 10, I've got about 14 birds on the go. And that's why I've come out with my bike, mate. I want to ride something that I don't have to shag. And I thought, I know what I can ride, but I don't have to shag it. It's my bike. So I'm having a day off, mate. I don't know about you. What bike? It's a R1M Yamaha. Hello. Where's the old brainwash kid? Where's he gone? Spartacus. How many birds are you shagging? This is what we want to know. Everyone wants to know because you apparently aren't brainwashed. So how many birds you got on the go? Many? None? Are you ugly? You should have had the jabs, mate, because you think you're beautiful if you do. Well, I think, what's this? Get your text booster brainwashed Golem slave. Wow, but how many are you shagging? We want to know how many you're shagging, mate. Even you must be able to know numbers. Mate, I can't believe you're counting on more than... This is how many fingers you think you're counting. How many do you think he's doing? He's a bit of a lad. I reckon he's ugly, but he reckons he's good looking. Yeah, but you want to go with him, innit? What's his name? Dickhead there. What's his name? Spartacus McDickheadus. I'll read that. Spartacus Freedomist. I speak that as I'm a dickhead, really hard, don't get any shagging. Does anyone else read it as that? How many you got on the go? Come on, hurry up, I want to go. I'm excited to know. Perhaps you can teach me. Teach me, can you teach me the secret to getting at least 20? 20? Yeah, 20, because that's one every night, right? That's one every night, but you'd only do them every 3 weeks, wouldn't you? I love it. I love it, mate. Yeah, but that's because they give it laughs, and they like, oh, you ain't a man, are you? You ain't a man, you're doing this, you're a sheep. Sheep shagging. Mate, can you just imagine that? Like, you're getting your leg over lots, you can eat loads of ice cream, you're slim, you're good looking, you can run a decent race, do a 30-minute park run, which is shit, but better than him. I've got a nice bike, I've got a motorhome, I've got a nice girlfriend, I'm going on a cruise, 2 cruises, holidays. Do you know what? If that means I'm brainwashed, fuck me, get washing my brain out a lot. I pay alimony and drink every night. I don't even know what that means, alimony. Was that Davy Crockett? Or was that the Alamo? You're obviously American, I don't understand American. But then you probably don't understand us, do you? Really, would you want to understand the British? Living life. He's out, he's just doing it, isn't he? I'm always worried online, you know, I'm always worried that people are doing far better than me. Especially when they comment on my lives, I love them. You know, little petals, isn't it? They're like their mum will be up in a minute, won't they? You tell you your dinner's ready. Windy. I haven't got dust on me right now. All cocks to that. Right, I'm going to have to go now. Because I'm bored of you lot. And I'm going. I'll tear up the motorway. I'm going to tear up the motorway because I'm brainwashed. As I'm brainwashed, what should I do? What do you reckon? 140 around the M25? Give me some numbers to do. Imagine that being that knobbish. You're going to get your camera and record you doing illegal things. It's like, look at me breaking in this house. Oh, I got caught. I don't know what happened. Imagine that. You're not sheer riding. You're just not very confident. That's the thing. And what I say, you think you should have gone for that gap. As you didn't go for that gap, you've got the luxury of still thinking you should have gone for the gap. If you went for the gap and you shouldn't have gone for the gap, you won't be thinking, I wish I'd gone for the gap. You'll be thinking, fuck it, I wish I hadn't gone for the gap. But that's my thoughts. You know, never rush it. Take your thing at your time, and you'll have some near misses. You need some near misses, actually, because that teaches you a lesson. That makes your heart race a lot. And you think, ooh, shit, that was very, very... You want some really incredibly, like, millimetre close to disaster things, because that definitely will make you think, I need to be a bit careful now. But, what's that? Second that. Yeah, but that's because you've got too much excitement going on in your life. How many are you doing then? We want to know how many birds you're doing. How many you got on the go? Any? None? Look like Joe Biden. Who's he? Have a great day. I will do. What are you called? Transsexual? Jesus Christ. I don't even want to know why you're called that. That's just like odd. That's just like weird. But there you go. As long as you're happy being weird.
I'll lock him in the road. I'm going about half past.
Like what?
You'll speak to Sean when you're on the
I've spoken to Sean earlier on. He's up in Donald. Yeah.
Apparently, Great Britain is what?
Oh, yeah. I don't know what time Sean.
Great Britain is cooked because of weak, brainwashed white pussies like you. Well, what colour pussies do you like then? I mean, have a vary, mate, you know. When do you last have a Chinese? What about an Indian? You know. What about an African? White? When have you ever tried these? As I'm a white brainwashed pussy, what other pussies have you had then? That's what I want to know. We could be seriously impressed. You should bullshit around, mate, because I think you'd be seriously impressive at lying. I think you'd be seriously impressive at saying the things you've done when you ain't done none of it. I'm pretty sure someone like you would tell us all the things you've done, and that would just be things you've seen people like me do, and you think you wish I was like that. Jealousy's no good, mate. Don't be jealous of me. Different flavours. Well, ask him. He's like, mate, he's the man, isn't he? He's the nuts, isn't he? He is like He's like the Richard Gere of, you know, of Wimbledon or something, isn't he, I reckon? Where do you think he lives? Do you think he lives... Where would he, one of them tented cities be? Because I reckon he lives in one of them somehow. Do you reckon he does some tarmac and he's got a transit truck? I reckon he's got a transit truck, you know that? I reckon he's got a transit truck and he goes out tarmacking at weekends. And in the week he works somewhere like Tesco warehouse, stacking the shelves. And his manager come on to him. He was thinking of changing sides, but he didn't. I love making this up. I love knowing these facts about people, but I'm off now. What's this? I like to learn about different religions. It's fine. What is mine? That's my religion. Now look, I pray to that every night. That doesn't wear you out, and that don't have babies, so that's where you want to get your leg over. All right, you young boys. I should go. You have a much better life than me. But that's up to you to change it, isn't it? You should change your life. What's up with your life then? Where are you from? Where are you from? What's your name? Survivor. Where are you from? And do you want to chat on the phone sometime? And I'm being serious. If you're a dickhead, I don't want to talk to you. If you've got the ability to hold a sensible conversation, you want to put the world to rights and talk about cakes and stuff, I'm happy to talk to you. But if you're a bit of an idiot, I don't want to talk to you. Near miss on a bike. Yeah, I've written a bike off before. Twice. So, yeah, I've had near misses. Yeah, actually not a couple of years ago on that bike. I went up the tee at Blackheath and I pulled away and, you know, silly really, didn't concentrate, looked over and this car had stopped. But luckily, I obviously wasn't that close. And I think if you'd have put the brakes on, I would have probably gone like that. I wouldn't have gone smash. I think I would have done that. I would have damaged their bumper and I think I would have toppled over. But luckily there was enough room on the side and I got down the side of the car. Once I got down the side, my front wheel was about that much in past their bumper by the time I'd stopped. So whatever that amount of impact would have been, the impact would have been this much, I suppose, wouldn't it? You know, I wasn't like, I didn't go all the way down the side of the car. Your heart races and you think, oh, what an idiot. Which would have been my fault. You know, I can't say anyone's fault. Sliding or anything like that, and I don't know, big handfuls of brakes, no, none of that, because I don't do that sort of stuff really. Near misses just make you, near misses make your heart go a bit, don't they? And you think, oh fuck. It's, you know, near misses, trouble with near misses, you're not concentrating on it. Mate, well, if you want to chat, if you don't want to chat, you don't want to chat. I don't care. If you'd like do that classic, I'm not very good on the phone. I'm going. Imagine like your manager rings you up and says, "Can you do something?" You go, I can't answer the phone. I can't talk to my manager. But if you want to talk, I don't care who it is. Sell it to you. I can't, mate. It's mine, and I like it. I'll show it to you. I'll show you mine. Show me yours. I don't mean you dick. The thing is, it's shit though, because you've got standard exhaust, normal size number plate. So imagine that. It don't literally like, doesn't deafen anyone within a 700 mile radius. That's pointless, isn't it? And I got a flip plate in it. Imagine it had a flip plate. That'd be like, that's the thing, isn't it? Pardon me. Right, I'm going to go. I'm really going now. What's the time? I don't know what the time is. Right, see you later, guys. Might see you tonight when I'm bored.